For beginners, for most types of fabrics, I recommend any brand. Schmetz call them top stitch. So this should cover pretty much most materials except for the thickest ones and for maybe the most gentle materials, more thinner fabrics. And what makes this a recommendation is that simply the opening here, it's the bigger of all needles. Let me just show you. So this is what Schmetz is called, it's top stitch. Maybe other brands, Schmetz is a good brand, maybe other brands call them different ways, but let's compare. This is just a regular eye or opening, and just compare the two. Try to get the right angle. So the top stitch is at the right. Still trying to get the correct angle on my camera. Top stitch is the one at the right, and a regular needle is the one on the left. So you notice the opening, the cut in the regular needle, it's so much smaller. It's, I'm not sure if I can show you side by side. I'll talk in a moment about the thickness of the needle as well, but as much as you can tell, this is the big difference between top stitch and other needles. So it makes inserting the thread far easier in the top stitch on the right. Especially, you know, sewing machines are not always very accessible, that area, unless you have an automatic threader. But also, let me try to use this tool to insert the thread, and the way it goes into the top stitch, it's very easy. So basically you insert it, pass the thread there, a little bit of 1 inch, 2 inches thread, and just pull it out and pass the thread through the needle. Make sure these things stay sharp at one end. It has to stay sharp, but also wide a little bit. If it's not sharp enough, just grab it with your fingers. Apologies for the camera's trying to focus, and just crush this to make it a V, a sharp V end. But again, you want the center of it to stay wider open so you can easily pass the thread. Now let's see about the size. The top stitch comes in several sizes. My recommendation, if you want, if you think you are going to sew just normal fabric, not too thick, not too thin, go with a 12. Or if you think later on maybe you are going to sew thicker fabrics, maybe go with a 14. This should be plenty universal for most materials. Also I have here chrome. Schmetz is calling this chrome. It's just kind of plated with a stronger metal, so it's going to last a little bit longer, but it's not really needed. And by the way, when a needle wears off, it's usually the tip of the needle that it's no longer sharp enough, and it will just make more noise when it's penetrating the material. It's making tap noise, louder one. That's when you want to replace it. Now let me just also talk about thicker materials. I do have here a again, it's a Schmetz, and this is leather needles. Now leather needles have a sharper tip, which is kind of cutting into the leather, especially when the leather is a thicker material. And this happens to be 16. It's a thicker needle. However, my suggestion from reading on forums, you can use a leather needle also on denim. So if you have denim material that is thicker denims, that has seams on it, so it's double thickness at that point, or maybe even 2-3 layers of thicker denim, also obviously works for thicker leathers. Try a leather needle. Yes, it's going to kind of cut the denim fibers when it's entering the material, but it's not really going to cause a damage in that material. It's not going to tear the material apart. So try leather needles 14, you can try 14 or 16 for thicker materials, both for denims, denim and for leather materials. These are my recommendations. Obviously, you see this is Schmetz brand. There are other brands, look online. Really careful, do not buy Chinese needles. Why? Because they have very poor manufacturing. Both of the tip here may not be sharp enough. It doesn't have to be super sharp, but also the eye may be really poorly cut and it may break may break your thread. So don't go with Chinese unless you have no other options for some reason. And also, last tip, the forums don't recommend what's called universal needles. They just say it's not really, I mean, it will work, but why not getting one that's working nicely? Schmetz, the regular Schmetz, it's called microtext. Could be chrome or not chrome. This is just kind of regular needles, the ones that I show with a smaller opening here. That's how they call it, but each brand will have a different name. It's marketing basically. So that's how you also, obviously you have denim needles, but again, some people say denim needles depends how strong the machine, the sewing machine is. Denim needles may not be strong enough for thicker denim layers. That's why I did recommend get rather a leather needle for denim sewing. It will just kind of more cut into the denim fiber and penetrate easier. So it may just work easier for you.